So we got Space Wolves, Galactic Vikings, or Degenerate Furries. What are we doing today? Other than that, man, yo, right now your boy is live on Twitch. Make sure y'all come through. I'm playing GTA 5 story mode. And then other than that, man, let's go.
G'day guys and gal. Arguably the most controversial of all Space Marine legions and even chapters are the Space Wolves. Not only did Leman make some pretty poor decisions during the heresy.
Leman Rust, right? That's his name. Isn't he involved with like the Space Wolves, right? Yeah, I think so. I can't lie to you. They do have like a Viking look, but I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I mean, they look a little intimidating. Like, I don't want to be that guy. Like, obviously, we all know Vulcan is like, you know, the most intimidating, but like, they look intimidating, okay?
That saw the Thousand Sons turn traitor and his own legion getting almost annihilated for very little gain, but the Space Wolves themselves are also regularly mocked for being a bunch of furry dog fuckers. Overusing the term wolf in their naming conventions, having comical wolf helmets, riding giant wolves, and literally howling mid-combat. But there is another side to them.
Wait, but like, isn't that like their whole, that's their brand though? Like, that's like their, it's in their name. Like, they're supposed to like, I mean, I would assume that like they will be having not everything to do, but like they would have wolves like a part of like, you know, like their their traits and brands and stuff like that. I mean, I would assume so. Like that's like for example, yo, I don't know if y'all ever played Call of Duty Ghosts, but that's like, you know, Call of Duty Ghosts or whatever, and like how they give you like a dog in Call of Duty Ghosts, but low key, no, I'm sorry, they give you a wolf and Call of Duty Ghosts, but we all know it's a damn dog. They're not sugarcoating it. Like, at least they're actually having wolves like a part of like their actual like, you know, brand and stuff like that. So that actually makes sense.
They're awesome space Viking side that many people love. But which are they actually? Are they fairies who no one can take seriously because of their obsession with wolves, or is that simply a misunderstanding from a community that doesn't know much about Space Wolf lore? With the Vilka Fenrika actually being a sophisticated band of awesome space Vikings that merely use wolf themes and iconography for aesthetic purposes in a tasteful way.
Yo, I'm saying that's their brand. That's their theme. There it is. That's the word. I'm like, yo, that's their brand. That's their brand, bro. They ain't no damn content creator. That's their theme.
Hey, that is what we'll find out today. Before we get started, this Sunday we're announcing the winner of the
Again, bro, make sure y'all follow my Twitch down below. And bro, if y'all not, if you're not subscribed, but y'all been watching a lot of videos, man, make sure y'all hit that red button.
Before we get into the nuance, we still need to understand where the Space Wolf furry shit comes from. Is it a justified meme, or is it one of those cases of 90% of the Warhammer community actually knowing fuck all about 40k lore, having never touched the 40k book or codex, and merely get their lore from memes? Well, it's not entirely unfounded. At a glance, the Space Wolves have a Wolf Lord, Wolf Guard, ride giant wolves, go into battle with giant wolves, their rune priest summon.
Is that yo, that's a brother. Wow. Yo, that's an actual brother. Wait a minute. That's an actual brother. Listen, shout out to the GOAT, shout out to Vulcan. We all know like Vulcan, he's like black or whatever, but like Vulcan's not black. Like he's not, like his skin is black, but he's not, you know, black. You get what I'm saying? Bro, he's actually black. Like this is this is a brother. Bro, you know he eats soul food every day, bro. Yo, you know on the side he like he low-key sips on Kool-Aid like on the battlefield. Like this is actually a brother. Like Vulcan, he's like obviously like his skin color, he's black, but like Vulcan's not black. Like he still be eating tuna casserole and stuff. Bro, this dude, bro, this is full like, you know, this is full Kool-Aid drinking, watermelon eating. Like, bro, I can tell. No lie, I can tell. Now that may sound a little off to some people who don't know, who don't understand the difference between like, you know, black and just black. Yo, I just gave y'all the examples, yo. I know Vulcan, he be down in all types of salmon and all types of, you know, unseasoned chicken. Yo, Vulcan, he be down all types of baked chicken and everything. This man right here, bro, yo, he's putting seasoning on his chicken until he's sneezing, bro. If you ain't sneezing, it ain't season. I don't know if you heard that term before, bro, you're definitely a brother, no lie. He definitely knows that term. Cause bro, this is like I don't want to say this is like the first, like, you know, black person that I've seen in Warhammer, but bro, you don't see too many. Hey, you don't see too many. I don't see too many, you know, I don't see too many black people in Warhammer, bro. This is crazy. Look at him.
ice wolf spirits to fight for them. They
Okay, Mark Henry.
can turn into these semi-feral werewolves called wolfen. They have wolf fangs and will even howl mid-combat. Not to mention a lot of their weapons, talismans, and armor use wolf iconography or just straight up have wolf heads on them. Also, pretty much all of them are wrapped in wolf pelt. It's even gone so far that some space wolves wear wolf head helmets. You can really see where people might get confused with how overdone the theme is.
Okay, I understand it. I understand how overdone it is. That's actually ugly. That's actually ugly. Now, them having like their little like, you know, fur coats and like, you know, broly coats and stuff like that, like them having like they're actually like, you know, like furry capes and stuff like that, I don't mind that. But these masks, man, throw these things away, bro. These things are a failed invention. These things are so ugly, bro. And I don't mean to judge about nothing being ugly because, listen, I'm not Brad Pitt. I'm not Michael B. Jordan. But, like, bro, these masks is a little overdoing it, bro. Throw these things away. Now I understand what he's talking about. Everything else is swaggy, like the teeth on a chain, whatever. Like that's fire, that's swaggy. These masks, bro, throw these things away. These things are actually ugly. I agree with Majorkill on that one, bro. These things are hideous.
However, something that is very important to note that a lot of people don't seem to realize is that the Space Wolves do not call themselves Space Wolves, nor do they often use the word wolf in a serious manner or use the terms like Wolf Lord or Wolf Guard. They call themselves the Vilka Fenrika. With most references to the word wolf actually being a poor translation from Fenrisian to Low Gothic, which is 40k's version of English. In fact, calling a Space Wolf a Space Wolf is almost considered a slur, with the Space Wolves finding it disrespectful as it shows ignorance. Often the Space Wolves—
What the hell, you want me to break my tongue in 4 quarters to pronounce your actual real name? Like, what you want me to do? What you mean, bro? You want me, you want me to like, you want me to speak in cursive to pronounce your name? Nah, bro. Man, shout out to the Space Wolves, bro. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. If they even, if I even see one beer breath Thor from God of War Ragnarok looking dude step front, bro, no lie, I'm calling Vulcan, bro. Vulcan is packing him up like a cigarette. What are we talking about? Yeah, what you want me to do? I gotta call you Space Wolves, bro. Or else I gotta call you your real name, and bro, my jaw gonna be dislocated by pronouncing your real name. What are we talking about? And another thing, these things right here, these things are hard. The actual masks are the ugliest things imaginable. Throw them away.
Will meme on people who just see them as wolf-humping savages, the person often not realizing how stupid they look and how easy they would be to kill. The only time in the lore that the Space Wolves use the term wolf unironically is when they refer to Leman Russ as the Wolf King, a term they use with respect. I do need to note here though, not every Space Wolf writer got the memo, and occasionally you will see Space Wolves throw around the wolf term as if that's what they prefer, but I would just say that's more so shit writing than the Space Wolves wanting to be called Space Wolves. Now that doesn't change the fact that wolves are still very much a part of the Space Wolf culture and identity. Sure, they may not use the words, but they do ride giant wolves into battle, they do use a logo of a wolf's head, and they do have a ton of wolf references. Now the thing is, wolves are cool, like really fucking cool. There is nothing wrong with wolf iconography or aesthetics. Nearly every legion leans heavily into their legion name for aesthetic inspiration. The Iron Hands were led by a dude with metal arms, and they literally cut off one of their hands and replace it with a cybernetic. The Blood Angels wear red, have blood tier iconography, and drink blood. The Salamanders wear drake hide cloaks taken from giant salamanders, and they're obsessed with fire.
Bro, look at bro, you know what else is fire? This armor, bro. Y'all cannot sit up here and tell me, like, look at this. And this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, it looks could kill. Baby, I'm the fashion demon. Like, bro, just look at him. Like, the fashion on him. Like, just everything like that he even possessed right here, bro. Look at this, bro. And his mask actually looks pretty cool. Everybody else's mask, these Space Wolves, their masks, throw it away, bro. This right here, this is hard, bro. Look at this, bro. It's like green and gold. It's like a color that I didn't even expect, would actually go together. But like, man, they go together.
The Raven Guard have beaked helmets and favoured jump packs with wings. The Iron Warriors are constantly wanking about how iron runs through their blood and how they are iron. The Night Lords are horny as shit for bones, flesh, and bat iconography. The Alpha Legion loves scaled armor plating.
The Alpha Legion, their armor is nice too. I'll be honest with you, bro. Like that blue, that diamond blue. Ooh!
Scaled Hydra and use a lot of Hydra symbolism. So it's not like the Space Wolves are super unique in this way, however they do seem to take it a bit further than most. Now this is also Games Workshop's fault. Some of them are clearly like, yep, Space Wolves, they're furries, and have created some pretty ridiculous models. Logan being pulled on a wolf chariot is funny but kinda retarded. The Horus Heresy Space Wolves were given an optional Space Wolf helmet pack, which is literally a wolf's helmet, and yet in some respects it's cool, but only if they would do it for like the Praetor or command unit, not an entire squad. On the flip side, they also have Space Wolf beaked Horus Heresy helmets that lean a lot more into the Viking aesthetic.
Ew. Oh, bro, why can't they just like, you know, just rock the no mask? Like they look way better without the mask.
Without a hint of wolfiness that actually look pretty dope. So it seems like some of GW is Team Viking and others are Team Furry. Now the wolf helmet isn't a new thing. Some old Space Wolf models, and yes, it looked just as, if not more goofy back then, also have a wolf helmet. So it's clearly been a thing for a while. However, it's also important not to just judge a legion by their entire history. Warhammer is full of goofy ass shit like this, but with the Space Wolf range refresh just unveiled, this gives us a clear understanding of how Games Workshop currently stands and wants to present the Space Wolves, so let's take a look at that. Firstly, they took Logan off his goofy ass sled and put him on an extremely tactical—
That's fire. Man, that, the aura on this looks fire. I will admit, bro. This is hard, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, even like the one where he was on like the sled or whatever and the wolves were pulling him, I thought that looked hard. Maybe that's just me. But bro, I think they both look cool, but this right here is definitely hard, bro. This is ore right here, literally.
Rock, also allowing him to keep his wolf companions, a nod to his old model as well as to Lehman himself. Yes, he still has a solid wolf aesthetic with his pelt, axe, iconography and wolves, but I definitely don't look at him and think, yep, furry. I think, goddamn, that's a badass space Viking. I want to see him fuck shit up. Likewise, Njal and Arjak are very much space Vikings, Njal only having the pelt and Arjak being completely free of any visible wolfiness. As for the rest of the range, overall I would say the furry wolf aspect has been dialed way down, and the Viking aspect has been dialed way up. The elite Wolfguard head takers and battle leaders are awesome. The helmet's clearly taking inspiration from a Viking aesthetic.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it real. I know I just went crazy on the mask. I just went crazy on it. I absolutely violated the mask, but I will be honest with you. These masks right here look pretty cool. I'll admit that, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If one of these masks was like in like the last like picture with all the other masks, and I said they all look trash, then I apologize. This one actually looks pretty cool. This one looks fire. All the other ones are just ugly.
Their wolf pelts adding to the Viking theme instead of the wolf theme. For those units, all wolf references and aesthetics actually add more to the Vikingness instead of any furriness, and it's clear from the community's reaction that everyone agrees. As for the Bloodclaw and Grey Hunters, the more rank and file Space Wolves, GW did a good job here as well. There is still some wolfiness, as there should be. Pelts, wolf tails, iconography, and some heads being quite—
Hey, he got the KSI joint. He got the KSI hairstyle.
Wolfy, but once again, it's not overdone and once again looks more Viking than furry. It would almost be weird if some of the heads weren't wolfy. After all, the Space Wolves have the Canis Helix. They have wolf in their blood, so any attempt to try remove the wolf aesthetic too much would be a bad move and would go against their very lore and nature. Very few other legions literally have the blood of their namesake coursing through their veins. Now for the models everyone is most keen on, we have the Wolfguard Terminators. These guys are fucking awesome, and once again follow a similar vibe to the rest of the range refresh. There are pelts, wolf skulls, and talismans, but overall it's minor and merely adds to the aesthetic. It's clear from this range refresh that the Space Wolves are Vikings with wolf aesthetics, they aren't furries that are pretending to be Vikings. Even the Wolf Priest, which is the only new model to feature a wolf head option, is badass.
I can't lie to you, that is fire. That's aura. This is aura right here. This is fire. This is fire. Hey, I can't lie to you. Hey, yeah, these are fire. At first, I was like kind of like weirded out, like right here, like with their coats. But I'm gonna keep it real, bro. They don't look too. Yeah, hey, I'm gonna be real. This is fire. I was literally about to roast their coats though. I'm about to say, bro, y'all wearing maggot coats, but I'm gonna be honest with you. They look alright.
The wolf head helmet is a reshaped skull that looks intimidating as hell. Very different vibe to the Horus Heresy wolf helmets, and it's also actually optional. You could just put on a normal head. These wolf priests are also supposed to act as the cultural, more extra space wolfy part of the chapter anyway, so them being extra wolfy makes sense. As I said, the Horus Heresy space wolf helmet could be cool as a singular unit sort of vibe, like the wolf priest, just not as an entire squad. Now onto a bit more of the elephant in the room. What's with the Thunderwolf cavalry, the Wolfen, or even the fact that wolf units were released alongside the new Space Wolf range refresh. This is where it does get a bit funny, since you never see Night Lords riding bats into battle as jerking off the fire drakes of Nocturne. To be honest, this is just something you need to accept about the Space Wolves, even if you see it as adding to the meme or problem. They own their mantle a lot more than any other legion, making them unique in that aspect.
True, bro. Yo, they fully rock their theme, bro. Which, I'm gonna be honest with you really don't see that a lot. I mean, besides, like, I would say, like, the Blood Angels, like, they rock their theme as well, but they don't rock it as well as, like, as like, the Space Wolves. Like, the Blood Angels, they, like, bro, they be drinking blood and everything. Like, that's their whole thing. But, like, I still think that the Space Wolves definitely rock their brand or, like, theme way better. So, I actually agree with that.
So the question isn't really, are they wolf-obsessed furries or hectic space Vikings, since to agree they are both. They are wolf Vikings in space. However, if you actually read Space Wolf lore, especially their Horus Heresy books, it really shows off their true colors and attitudes, and the truth is that they are fucking awesome. You really don't get a wolf meme vibe off them. They're actually quite deep, thoughtful, and intelligent. Their facade of wolf-obsessed savagery is often a ploy they use to get their enemies to underestimate them. Time and time again, the Thousand Sons would suffer at the hands of the wolves as they saw themselves as superior, more intelligent, and powerful beings, only for the wolves to surprise them and fuck their shit up. And as a final note regarding the actual wolves that accompany the Space Wolves, there is some pretty interesting lore about them. Fenris was kind of like an experimental super zoo during the Dark Age of technology. The humans that arrived on planet had to modify their own genomes to be able to survive the harsh conditions. A lot of the deadly fauna on Fenris only came into being after the humans arrived, including all the wolves. It's heavily implied that the wolves were originally humans who fucked up their own genetic modifications, taking it too far, thus mutating into wolves. This is why some Space Wolves say there are no wolves on Fenris, as it wasn't like wolves are native to Fenris, nor are the Fenrisian wolves descended from Terran wolves. This is also why the wolves are happy to fight alongside the Space Wolves. They recognize the human in them, as well as the Canis Helix.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was completely thrown off by that, because I thought that these freaky deaky humans was just mutating and, like, you know, basically, like, merging with these wolves. I thought that they intentionally, like, start merging, like with these wolves, bro. I thought they would, like, take the wolf or whatever and, like, do some freaky deaky ish to it or whatever, take the DNA out of it, then combine it with another human, and then, like, a human / wolf whatever thing will come out, and then all of a sudden this is what it was. That's what I thought at first. I didn't know that, like I'm gonna be honest with you, that's a brain twister, not gonna lie to you, about, like, how the whole thing is, because at first I'm thinking that, like, the humans was just cross-contaminating like they always do, and just mixing stuff up. I didn't know that it was like that. Okay.
They are brothers since they are both part human, part wolf. It's just that the ratios are a bit different.
See, I'm not gonna lie to you. It will kind of be easy to take out the Space Wolves. You know why? Bro, I don't know if y'all know, bro. I can easily... Yo, I feel like if it's just me and my squad versus the Space Wolves, bro, and, like, you know, with the actual wolves, here's what I would do. No lie. I can actually get the wolves separated. Like, I can actually separate the wolves and the Space Wolves. Like, I can separate them, bro. All I gotta do, bro, is toss a big juicy steak, like one of them cartoons back in the day. Yo, toss a few steaks, bro. Yo, the wolves will be drooling. They'll be all distracted and stuff like that, bro. And then we're gonna have, like, a fair 1v1 versus the Space Wolves.
So you could argue that the Space Wolves technically have no connection to wolves, merely just the fairies who went a bit too deep. Both sides of the argument are valid, but judging by the Space Wolf range refresh, as well as decent in-lore examples of Space Wolves not actually liking their own namesake, I would say we can say the scale is tilted heavily into the corner of the epic space Vikings. Now we just need to see what comes next for them in the lore, or how awesome a Return to Leman Russ Primarch model will look. If you enjoyed the video and you want to support the
shout out to our boy, man, Majorkill, man, for this video. And yeah, y'all comment down below. What do you guys think the Space Wolves are? Do y'all think that they're Galactic Vikings or Degenerate Furries? I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't gonna disrespect. I think they're actually Vikings, bro, or Wolf Vikings, whatever you want to call it. This whole, you know, furry thing, whatever, I couldn't really understand it. I don't really think that, you know, I don't want to disrespect. I don't think that they're furries or whatever, but I do think that they are intimidating wolf Vikings, if that makes sense. Other than that, man, comment down below what y'all think about this. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And like I said before, man, your boy is now streaming on Twitch. Literally right now, it would mean the world if y'all can, you know, go over there and show some support on the Twitch side as well, man. Other than that, I'm going to see y'all later for the next one. I'm out. Bye, everyone.